Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of February 21st through February 27th, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Aquarius, please remember that energies do go both ways, so I could be picking up on your energy or your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate. Your energies are really interesting for this reading, Aquarius. And the reason I say they're so interesting is because there's a lot of pentacles, there's a lot of wands. There's not a lot of swords, but we'll see. The main energy for your reading this week is the 10 of Pentacles. This has to do with something that has long-term potential or has been in your life for a very, very long time. I feel like it's a connection that you viewed at some point as very stable, very sustainable, something that had the ability to go the distance. And we'll see when we clarify, especially with your near future, but we'll get there. In the recent past, you get the World, the Four of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Something here came to an end. A chapter is closed out between you and somebody that you had a very, very, very strong bond with. Now, it could be that the connection ended. It could be that a certain aspect, right, like a behavior, a pattern, a phase came to an end. But it sent you into the energy of, okay, well, what's next? What do I do next? Almost like you're trying to figure out what to do. But we'll see what that's about when we clarify. In the current situation, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Cups. You're very much focused on yourself in the current situation. You're focused on taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself. And as a result of that, you're gaining a lot of clarity about the past, about the things that happened between you and this person. It's almost like once you've kind of stepped back from the connection and you focused more on yourself and the energy was focused on you, you started realizing some things. And honestly, these things aren't that great. It's not like cheating or anything like that, but it's more so where you're looking back and you're like, that wasn't good, that wasn't good, that wasn't good. But you only realize that in hindsight. It's like hindsight is 20/20 type thing. In the near future, you get the Knight of Wands, the Devil, the Five of Swords. You're being pulled in a direction. It's almost like you feel like you're being pulled in a direction which doesn't seem that healthy. It's kind of like the energy of a bit of a codependent energy here, where you're being pulled, you're being drawn towards this person, towards this connection, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so, like, I literally cannot stop myself from moving in that direction. And you know that it's not good for you, but you're kind of trying to convince yourself, like, no, it's fine. It's not going to be that bad. You know, I'll just meet them for coffee. What's the worst that can happen, right? And I feel like deep down you know this isn't good, but I don't know. We'll see what this is about when we clarify. Let's take a look at the main energy for your reading, which is the 10 of Pentacles for this week. Let's see what the 10 of Pentacles is all about for you. The 10 of Pentacles is clarified by the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands. Somebody here really, really wants to bring this back. I feel like you and this person may not be together, or you may not be at that same stable place in the relationship as you once were. Relationships go through phases, they ebb, they flow, and I feel like you and this person are kind of in a place where you're like, let's rebuild back to that position. So if you're not together, somebody here really wants to rebuild the trust, rebuild the connection, and rekindle that spark and get you back to where you were. Or if you're at a phase where like things aren't going great between you and your person, somebody here wants to get back to that, you know, I see forever with you, this is amazing, we work together, we, you know, collaborate on everything, we're partners, that kind of energy. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to see what the world is for you in the recent past. The world is clarified by the 7 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the 3 of Cups. Somebody here wants to reconcile. I feel like, again, you and this person, you're not together. At least not physically. You guys are not close to each other. Energetically, y'all are very much communicating. But I feel like in the physical and the 3D world, you guys are not together. You're not even near each other. Somebody here really wants to bring you two back together, whether it's a reconciliation or whether it's just like, I want to be next to this person. But they're almost at the point where they're kind of frustrated. They feel, and again, this could be you, this could be your person. In the recent past, they're feeling like, what's the point? They're kind of like, I want this, but I'm stopping myself from doing anything. I'm stopping myself from taking action to make this reconciliation happen because there's no point. I don't know why there's no point. It could be because they're acknowledging like this is over, this is done, but they're just showing me they're like, I'm just kind of giving up. There's no point. Not because they don't want it. There's something else going on. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands for you in the recent past. Four of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, which is the main energy for your reading this week. The Six of Cups, the Lovers. Wow. Again, somebody here really, really feels a super strong bond. This connection is like intense AF. This is definitely somebody from your past, somebody that you have history with. Somebody here really wants to bring this connection back. They want to work on it. They're coming in with an energy of, let's work together, let's collaborate, let's rebuild the trust. And they're coming from a very loving place. I don't know if this is you or your person, you would know. But whoever this is, they feel the love, they feel the passion, they feel the intensity, they want to reconcile, but they're showing me that they're not taking any action. It's like the desire keeps surfacing and then they keep just being like, okay, pause, and it keeps coming back up and it's pause. I don't know why they keep pausing. Let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe we'll get an understanding of why this person is not acting based on how they feel. I see. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, which you get again in the near future, the Knight of Wands. Somebody here is really afraid of it not working out. They're afraid of experiencing that loss, that separation, that pain that they went through at some point, whether it's with you or with somebody else. That's a limiting belief, a fear that keeps surfacing for them. And it's preventing them from acting based on how they feel, based on where their energy is drawing them to. Because they're clearly very much drawn to you. Their energy is pulling them in your direction, both love, passion. It's like all, like somebody is pushing them in that direction. And they're just like, no, stop. The reason they keep saying stop, the reason they keep waiting is because they're afraid. They're letting their fears take over of it's not going to work out. It never works out. We're going to break up again. Or this isn't going to work out in my favor. Anytime I feel so intensely, it never happens. It never works out for me. Lots of limiting beliefs in the recent past year. Lots of fears taking over, preventing whoever this person is from letting their emotions guide them. And instead, they're letting their fears guide them or prevent them from taking action. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see what this Queen of Pentacles is for you in the current situation. Sorry, I said the Queen of Pentacles was the main energy for your reading. I meant the Queen of Pentacles. You get them in the current situation again. Sorry. Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Judgment. Somebody here is really, really trying to resolve a conflict that they have internally. And I feel like this could be you. It's almost like you're showing me here that you're very conflicted about what to do. On the one hand, again, and this could be your energy. On the one hand, you're really drawn and pulled toward this person. On the other hand, you have all these fears and these limiting beliefs and fear of it not working out, which is preventing you from acting based on how you feel. Now, not only that whole energy of the overthinking and the fear of it not working out is also putting you in a very defensive position where you're like, okay, it's not going to work out, so I need to protect myself. I don't want to get hurt. I need to make sure that I protect myself. And so you keep fighting back and forth within yourself, and you're also investing a lot of energy in trying to protect yourself against this possibly not working out. But here's the cool thing. With the Judgment showing up here, it's letting me know that you're in the process of making a decision. And the way you're getting to that decision is through focusing on yourself, through focusing on your needs and your desires. And you're working through it. You're working through the conflict, but you're in the process of making a decision. I don't see you making a decision one way or the other. Like, do I move towards this person or do I just let my fear keep me where I'm at? Let's take a look at the Ace of Swords for you in the current situation. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands, the World, and the Three of Wands. You got the World. You got the World in the recent past tied up to somebody really wanting to reconcile but stopping themselves from doing so. I feel like in the current situation, you're no longer stopping yourself. You're realizing like, okay, I don't need to stop myself from wanting to reconcile. I don't need to stop myself from acting based on how I feel, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. It's like there's progress being made from completely denying yourself what you want to be like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't feel anything. I'm giving up. In the current situation, you're like, okay, I'm like this much open to accepting that things can change, that I am feeling this, that I do have these feelings, but I'm still not going to take any action. I'm still going to wait. So at least you're acknowledging that you have these feelings and that, these feelings are real. That's progress. Let's take a look at the Five of Cups for you in the current situation. Five of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Somebody here is making very, very slow progress. You get the Page of Wands, then you get the Page of Pentacles. There's progress with this energy from the past. It's almost like you're slowly overcoming the hurdles, the difficulties, whatever you found hard to deal with. It's like you're gaining a newfound optimism, but more so like your energy is kind of just like, I can handle this, I can deal with this. And you're doing so very, very slowly. It's not an overnight thing, but whatever it is, you're learning how to cope with the difficulties. And it's all these difficulties revolve around an energy from your past. And I feel like it's this person from your past. So it could be that you're learning how to better deal with, some of the feelings that come up, or you're learning how to deal with some of this person's drama, right? Because if you have history with someone, especially if it didn't work out at some point, there's gonna be some water under that bridge. And I feel like you're learning how to deal with that, how to cope with that, and maybe even how to work with that. But you're definitely overcoming a lot of hurdles here in the current situation, and I love seeing that. Let's take a look at the near future, see what this Knight of Wands is for you. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Lots of progress being made here, Aquarius. In the recent past, you let your fears take over. You were like, nope, I don't want to do anything. Yes, I want to reconcile. I'm not moving. I'm not budging. In the current situation, you're like, okay, I get that this is how I feel. I understand that I have these emotions. I'm still not ready to take action, but I'm acknowledging that they're there. In the near future, I see you slowly moving in that direction, allowing your passion to really guide you. And you're kind of like, okay, what is it that I want? What am I feeling drawn to? Okay, I'm going to move in that direction. Now you're moving very, very slowly, very, very slowly, but I do still see you moving. And it seems like you're moving from a very good place. Like you're acknowledging your desires, your passions, and you're letting that guide you. I don't see the overthinking. I don't see the mind taking over. Again, you're not charging ahead, right? There's still some apprehension, but at least you're moving. Let's take a look at this Devil for you in the near future. Interesting. So in the recent past, you got the Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Devil. In the near future, you get the Devil clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So the Devil is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups. All this overthinking and fear and insecurity and it's not going to work out and, all those limiting beliefs from the past, you're working through them. And what's beautiful is, again, in the near future, you're not letting the mind take over anymore. You're not letting the fear take over. You're letting love guide you. You're letting happiness. It's like you're showing me here who do I love? What do I love? What lights me up? What makes me happy? That's what I'm going to follow. That's the path that I'm going to take. I'm not going to let my fear in my mind and, me trying to protect myself. No, I'm not going to let that be the guiding force. This is a beautiful transformation of energies in your near future. Let's take a look at this Five of Swords for you in the near future. Oh, okay. One more. Okay. All right. Five of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot. You're letting love guide you, but you're not letting practicality, you're not completely releasing practicality. It's almost like you're like, you know what? Yes, love is great. Love feels great. I'm going to tap into it. I'm going to let love guide me. I'm not going to let my mind, my fears take over. I'm still moving, but I'm not completely just jumping in head first with my heart. I'm going to still let logic guide the way, because you don't fully trust these emotions. It's almost like you're not really used to listening to your feelings, to listening to your emotions, and so it's kind of new to you, and you're kind of like, I'm listening to you guys, but I don't fully trust you. I'm not going to let you guys run the show. So you can guide me in the right direction, but I'm still going to have some logic along the way to see if this feels right, if this makes sense to me. Again, totally fine. It's a beautiful progression of energy in the near future, and the evolution of how you're progressing from allowing your mind and your fears to take over to letting love and your heart guide you is just beautiful. Let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind this week, Aquarius. From the universe, you get the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Notice how you have passion, you have love as the main energies, and then in the middle you have the overthinking. Don't let your mind take over. Don't let the fears and the overthinking and the worst case scenarios take over, because I feel like it's very easy for you to go down the rabbit hole of this is what could happen, and this is what could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen, and it's all terrible. The mind always reaches the worst case scenarios. The mind is never going to be like, yeah, you should go and pursue that. It'll turn out great for you. No, the mind's always like, no, be careful. This is not going to end well. And I feel like the universe is trying to remind you, don't let the worst case, the worst case scenario is probably not going to happen. Don't let your mind take over. Let love, let passion, let your desires be the ones that are guiding you. This is beautiful. I want to close off your reading with an oracle card from the Moonology Oracle deck. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Need I say more? This is going to turn out in your favor. No matter what you do, it's going to work out in your favor. You're going to win. Either way, you're going to win. So, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure to check out your monthly reading up on the channel now. Thank you again for tuning in, Aquarius, and I'll see you here for your reading next week. Bye, Aquarius.